and then yeah, we'll do, I guess, timer on start. I'm
Sure.
flipping back and forth then. All right, then 3, 2, 1, go.
Go. For Strider 2, as I've discussed the similarities between the characters, for Strider's character that Cypherin is using, you see the mission objectives before each stage, and he also can choose his missions in order. There are 5 missions in the game total, and as well as mission 000, which occurs if you beat Strider 1 disc, also on the PlayStation 1. Whereas hien doesn't get the mission objectives and has no stages to pick, so hien has to cover all of the stages.
Yeah, for hiryu, apparently, I didn't even know this until I brought it up. I could skip to the end of the game after just doing a few stages if I wanted to.
Right. Because all Strider has to do is pick one of the first 3 stages selectable, and then when you beat one of those stages, then stage 4 and 5 will open up. So as a minimum, Strider can do 3 stages instead of all 5, or 6 if you have the extra stage from beating Strider 1 disc.
Which I've been meaning to play again. That was one of my favorite Genesis games growing up as a kid.
Also, with the characters, if you get any kind of power up, you lose it as soon as you take a hit, which isn't too bad. And for each stage mission, there's usually a number of scenes covering a vast amount of areas before you reach a main boss of the scene. When you get the mission complete message, then that means that particular set of scenes in one mission is complete.
So this boss that I'm fighting, oh crap, almost went off the edge. He's a long time Strider villain. Most of the enemies in this game, I think, are enemies that are reoccurring from the older games.
Yes, believe most of them anyway. So, what are you doing down there? What an odd place. Fortunately, with hien's long range attacks, it also has a tracking effect on enemies. So you saw Solo was in a very odd place.
Oh, I fell off. Okay, we're fine. One thing that's nice about this game is very generous about its continue. When you die, you pretty much resume where you left off. It looks like we're neck and neck, I am.
Nice.
I'm gonna need you to unplug your controller now so I can.
Sure. Now, the next series of missions revolves a fortress and its weird mechanical enemies of sorts.
What's that? I didn't even know that was a thing. Apparently, there's like a trap room that you have to like backtrack.
I was actually going to mention that.
I'm gonna blame you. You placed that there for me.
Both characters, if you jump in the air and then quickly press down up on the control pad, you can actually do a very quick series of slashes, which is also good for doing heavy damage to enemies. So the start of Scene 3, you're being chased by some extreme army mechanical tank that you can't destroy, so all you can do is outrun it.
Ouch! Oh man, the tank is messing me up. Oh, he got me. I couldn't run.
Oh, you got knocked off, bumped by the tank.
Yeah, I got bumped by the tank.
That tank is terrible. And throughout the stages, there are various places where you can gain some temporary health power-ups, as well as power-ups to your weapon as well. And as you're seeing throughout some of these stages, some areas all you have to do is just go get to a door to finish it, scene-wise, and the rest you actually have to defeat enemies to continue. I never did it like those electric barriers in the fortress.
Oh, come on.
I don't have the shield that the armor guard is using. Anything you try to use against him just reflects. So if you can't hit the armor guard from the front end where the shield is, just go directly behind it. I love the Scene 3 boss. I wish the dragon was the actual boss. Although you can opt to get rid of the dragon heads, but your main focus is on Herzog, that's controlling them. Of course, Herzog will move all around the area. in an attempt to escape Strider's wrath, but it doesn't work all too well for him.
Yeah, I'm just coming up on that fight now. Ooh.
The next mission dealing with being in Antarctica. Yes. And hien just took a dip in the water. Again. The entire hockey team of Antarctica came out to play, but unfortunately we don't really have time to be able to play with them right now. We have a world to save.
A world to save? Aren't you the bad guy though?
You know, it's a good question. I mean, if I'm fighting against the Grandmaster, maybe I've seen the light.
Fair point. Fair point.
Even though unfortunately your power-ups disappear as soon as you take a hit, they're still worth having when necessary. Now with this helicopter, with this copter, you can alternatively try to climb up the wall, or you can just hang on to the helicopter, which is probably the more intended way. You can also do damage to it before it reaches the top. So this way, if you manage to hit it enough before it gets to the top, it will be drained of at least half of its health. But that's not the end of the stage, as you have to once again make a daring leap of faith, and hien failed.
That's one of my favorite segments in the original Strider. Oh man, my Strider's stuck. Okay, wait, he's okay.
Ah, that jump. For some reason, and this happens every time, if the jump comes out just one pixel too early or too late, then with your double jump, you won't make it.
Nice, it looks like you made it this time.
Yeah. And you mentioning that about Strider 1, yeah, that section is a struggle. Strider 1 in general. But I still highly recommend to play that game at least once if you can.
Oh heck yeah.
And now I'm dealing with Flame Mammoth's long distance cousin, an actual ice frozen mammoth. It's not only a frozen mammoth, it also controls all the rag in the section. I need a frozen mammoth to guard a base if I was evil. But maybe just put a bit more armor on it.
Oh.
You gotta love the gravity-controlled sections.
Mm-hmm. Another Strider staple.
But extremely don't want to deal with them in Strider 1.
Oh crap! I fell.
And now in the second portion of the lab, after fighting the enemy with a wrench while hanging upside down, you're trapped in a room with Blanca and some other awkward researchers who seem to use speed and electricity as their main weapon.
I found out you can skip that room. I found out you can skip that room.
Oh?
Yeah. But I'm having trouble. Yeah, you can destroy the fan that's here as it pushes you.
I thought you wasn't actually allowed to go up there until you dealt with the research room. I'd imagine the gravity core is probably everyone's most hated section of Strider 1.
Oh no, I love it. I love the gravity core. That helped define the game for me.
Only too bad I can't do more than one of those rapid slashes in one jump.
Oh, that's the same for hiryu as well. You can only do one.
But I guess if they both were able to do rapid slashes like that more than once a jump, you would take an already powerful ninja and definitely have to fear them a lot more.
Yep. They'd be too powerful.
Yeah. Now the thing about these small copters that you're double jump into is that you can't stay on them long because there are actual bombers who are making them explode.
Oh, what am I doing?
Fortunately, the squad leader can't do anything against a Strider.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. I think this is like the last stage. At least this is like part 1 or something like that.
What, stage 4?
I think so, right? Isn't this last?
There's a stage 5 after this.
Oh.
But this is the second stage one would go to in any percent, since you don't have to do all of the first 3 missions. I don't remember if that gravity room was in Strider 1 or not.
Which gravity room? There's
the one with that weird square machine like boss. with the laser.
The one we're coming up to? Or like the one I'm fighting now? You're coming up to it? Yeah, I want to say like there's a version of it. Like he looks smaller in the original Spider game. But it's like
it's
on
been
the
a while.
stage. Yeah.
And the quarter only goes so long of a way in that game.
Right.
I always feel sorry for the person who's trapped in the reactor core. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's the person who used to be a Strider.
Oh, really?
Possibly. I think on one of the cutscenes, one of the people were conversing with the Grandmaster, and there's a woman that said, he's a Strider like I used to be. So I think maybe the Grandmaster was kind of usurping her power. I'm not clearly sure on that, though.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, another interesting fact is that another interesting thing is that this supposedly takes place 2,000 years after the previous game.
That's quite a long time. I'm so reminded of Mega Man X4's Chrono Boss with Fate Lawface and the Admiral every time.
Is that the guy who says, I have no choice?
Yeah. The sprite reminds me just too much of him. Even has the same powers, too.
I guess I have no choice.
And now for the last mission in the game. You start off having to fight probably one of the bosses you really don't want to fight, which is 3 different versions of Solo. But only the main one is needed you need to get rid of in order to continue the stage.
Go down. Oh, no, stop making me go up. I can't get down.
Oh, that gravity room is terrible.
Yeah. Alright, I think we were almost through.
This particular section brings up a lot of lag. Great job to that one enemy trying to block the door. And now the gravity core is back for revenge. A 4th time, as a matter of fact. Now in Mission 5, Scene 4, hiryu has to fight Hien, while Hien just faces a clone of himself of some sort. So with a much cooler with a much cooler color palette swap, which I wouldn't mind having. While fighting on that same dragon, well, a metal version of the dragon from earlier.
You're giving me trouble here, I am. I need you to stop feeding me up.
The end weapon is just that good. If there's one thing Hiryu could really use in that stage, it would be to have quite a number of boosts. The first form of Grandmaster isn't too bad, unless the Grandmaster decides to just stay very high. It's even more so when you're using hiryu. Fortunately, because of hien's tracking projectile, you can you have a much easier time. Now those lasers look like they might be hard to dodge, which at times they really are. But other than that,
yeah, I have no idea how to dodge those lasers.
it's a very small window gap between. Like even when you think even when you think you're managing to dodge it, you still somehow get hit by it.
Oh, that's time for you, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think what I saw was maybe like 27, 25, or 27, yeah, somewhere around there.
Not bad.
Get up.
Unfortunately with hien, you don't really see much of an ending, but I don't think Hiryu had that much of one either. More of a beginning with cutscenes with story. As it is more focused on Hiryu.
Yeah, you see more of my beautiful face. I think that's how it should be. Oh, and then yeah, I guess that's time. Yeah, so 28-14. You had like 20 set. Yeah, GG to you as well. Good race, fun race.
Great.
Yeah, let's see.
Nice to be able to have more people be able to see Strider too.
Yeah, this game is. I love the shots here, like of these cutscenes and stuff. Oh yeah, and at this point, I guess it's sort of revealed that although this took place 2,000 years ago, that maybe Hiryu is the same Hiryu from back then as well. Like as he cuts down the Grandmaster here. So that's pretty interesting if that is the same. And yeah, look at that shot. He just sliced him in half.
Congratulations, everybody in chat! We made third place.
See if I can skip mine. Oh no, they don't let you press start through it. So I can put in my RGL initials too. Hurry up! Wow, that the credits there was short. I'm used to like credits being super long these days.
Yeah, nothing like 10 minute full song, full band song cutscenes.
Right. Alright, I got mine in.
Other than that, thank you, Cypherin, for the nice showcase / all stages race for Strider 2, and good luck with another ninja game coming up next.